Hi friends, welcome to another YouTube video. Today, we're going to be feeding some tortoises, but before we get to that, take a look at this ocean. They're right behind me. See, there's no waves. It's perfectly flat. You can see super far on the ocean. And that's one good thing about living on 1,900 feet above the ocean, is that you can see the ocean and you can see super far. And today's a really nice, beautiful day, very sunny. So today's going to be a very good video. We're going to be making some really nice content today. The tortoises are out. They're all walking around basking. So we did have a week of a lot of rain. So finally today is very sunny and it's warming up because it's been super cold. So we're going to go ahead and feed most of our tortoises. So come follow me to go feed the tortoises. So we're gonna start here with the Redfoots. So before we would have to walk all the way down there to feed the Redfoots. So right now we're gonna feed the Redfoot tortoises. We got Abe right there, and we got Miss Taco right there. They're all grazing. We just cut the grass, so they're picking at all the bugs that come out. They are omnivores, which means will accept animal protein, bugs, and whatnot. Abe's been grazing a little bit, so we're gonna go ahead and right over here we're gonna grab some food for them. Today with me I got some strawberries. They really love the strawberries. Some raspberries as well. We got some carrots, some bananas. Bananas you want to feed sparingly, and these bananas we're not going to feed to the Redfoots today since they did have bananas earlier. They're going to get the strawberries, of course, which is a better option. Berries are definitely better than bananas. They're like ice cream for tortoises. So we're going to feed these to the box turtles. The box turtles love their bananas. They get them very sparingly. Like I said, they will get some strawberries as well. Lettuce, box turtles do eat surprisingly, and then of course Redfoots will get some lettuce. They don't eat as much. Today is gonna be their fruit day, but we're gonna mix in some lettuce as well. So let's open this, grab some lettuce. We'll toss it on here. This is green leaf lettuce. Last week they had romaine, so today is gonna be green leaf. Lettuce I don't feed every day, and I don't feed these tortoises every day. You might be wondering, why don't I feed these animals every day like we do with dogs? Well, because if you just look, it's all grass. This is perfect. They graze on the grass. They're grazers. They're a grassland species, and they are a forested species. So they will eat grass in high amounts. They are omnivorous, but that's why when we cut the grass, they can find their own bugs. And not very often I'll feed them on this plate. If it's like pellets, I'll definitely feed them on the plate. But if it's like a sunny day, sometimes I'll just throw the food out because they're gonna come and get that later on in the day, as they are some very opportunistic and they are scavengers. So we're just gonna put a lot of these strawberries. There's some blueberries in here, some raspberries. So this is sort of a salad. If they don't eat all of this, which is fine, this goes to the worms, so nothing gets wasted here. And if you look at these strawberries, these are leftovers. This is just the tops of the strawberries. So it's not whole strawberries. It's just the tops. It has the leaves on the strawberries, some raspberries. They're all old. But you can feed old fruits to your tortoises. Try if it has mold on it. You know, you don't want it to be black mold or green mold. If it's some white mold, wash it off. Too, you can do that. But if it's super moldy, don't feed it to the tortoise. But if it's just like squishy and just overripe in general, feed it to your tortoises. You don't want to waste food. So we're gonna go ahead, grab some of this. Might as well put some carrots in here too. Carrots I'll feed to some of the more herbivorous species, like our Russian tortoises, because the Russian tortoises, they're gonna be getting some of these carrots. Carrots are good every so often. So let's see. We got Scooter back here in her hide, and you're gonna see there's some mud back here. They dug some holes. They can't dig out, but they use this, so they just shift around, right? They shift around here so they can stay warm to the ground. So Scooter, good old Scooter, is gonna get first bites. We'll see how that goes. So we got 6 animals here. See, straight for the strawberries. They get fed around 4 times a week. Pellets I feed once every 3 weeks, so they are not going to have pellets this week, but next week they will. And then I really don't worry about feeding them due to the fact that they can find their own food. So, see, Scooter's getting first, eating some blueberries. And like I said, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, berries are better than bananas because they have more fiber. And we have Lucky over here, my big male. Second biggest tortoise we have here. He's small compared to Blue's. Blue is like 2 pounds heavier than him. But Lucky here, he's nice and big. He'll eat some too. And Lucky, he was found wandering around on the island. So he doesn't necessarily, it took me so long to get him to eat romaine lettuce because, he's been a long time without people. And on this island, on the big island, they can really survive without human interaction. And there's definitely a lot of redfoot tortoises that have been released around here. You don't want to do that because they do and will become an invasive species. So here's Lay. Just want to show you something. So Lay was in our metabolic bone disease video. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. It's really good information. But take a look at these two. See, there's barely any pyramiding on Scooter here. So when Scooter was a baby, he was fed right food and he was fed a good diet, like I said, and there's good humidity. And humidity is key to have a smooth shell, good lighting. Same thing with Lucky here. Lucky's got a little bit of pyramiding, but that's okay. But Meow, I mixed her up with Meow Mix. Lay here. Lay has metabolic bone disease because she was fed cat food. And then also not good humidity and probably not good lighting as well, not enough UVB. So that's why you always want to be careful. So Lay's already going after some lettuce. Then we have to find 3 more tortoises. So let's go up here. Here's Abe. Abe already sees me. Hey, buddy. He greets me every morning, walks around. Abe's doing fantastic, gained some weight, doing very well. So he also has metabolic bone disease. That's why his shell's like this. But he eats well. He finally is starting to eat with everybody. It took him a while. Definitely took a good while. He's gonna sniff around the food because he is more curious. He doesn't before he was fed dog food, so it's important that he can get used to it. So he's gonna take a little bit of time to start eating. So now I'm gonna go ahead and probably grab Taco, and then I gotta grab Blue. So just take a look here. Watch Abe. He's sniffing the food. You see, they have a really good sense of smell. So he's just sniffing the food, investigating if it's edible. And he might eat that strawberry. So I'm really patient with him. It took him a while to get on lettuce. It definitely took some for me to open his mouth and get him used to lettuce. But now he finally eats lettuce on occasion. And then when fruit goes into the picture, he'll eat the fruit as well. So he's just sniffing around. He's trying to see. It definitely takes him a while. He is new here. He's one of our newest residents here. And he's never actually had raspberry before, so I want to see how he reacts to the raspberry. See, he just kind of hoards up the food. Lucky, where you going, bud? Yeah, more food? There's more food over here. See, that's one thing about tortoises. They tend to climb over each other no matter what, and they seem not to care. It's really weird. But, these tortoises are very social. So let's go ahead and get Taco while these 4 eat. So, actually, I think that's Blue over there. Yep, that's Blue. So I've spent a lot of time with these animals, socialize with them. So it's very important you spend time with your animals because they get used to you. And I already know that's Blue, that's Taco. Obvious size difference, but also by their own personality. And here's Blue. He's my heaviest male. He's around 14 pounds, really heavy. So he's definitely my heaviest. He's hard to carry up and downhill, but I can manage. And he's very healthy. You can see, take a look here. He's been eating some grass. He's got some grass in his mouth. So I'll go ahead. Again, this is a male. He has a concave fashion. big tail. And what you want to see on tortoises is that they walk tall. So what I mean by walk tall, their legs aren't as splayed out. You see how I can stick my hand right underneath there? He's able to lift his body up the ground. So that's very important when it comes to tortoises. So we're going to show him that there's food here. Bring his head down a little bit so he can start eating. There he goes. I got to really watch my fingers because that monster right there bit my finger. And it hurt and it left a scar for a while. You really got to be careful. So let's go grab Taco. So this is normally what I do. This is my normal feeding day. So now you guys know how much time it takes to feed the Redfoots. And also when I feed them, I try to spend time with them because I want to make sure everything's doing okay. Let's just take here really quickly. This is where Eddie's staying. Eddie got fed yesterday, so he's fine on meals. But we've added some sand, by the way, and then we put it up here. And then I washed it out and I put it on here, so he has an extra to bask on because right now he's only been basking on these cork logs. So it's just something extra because these are a semi-aquatic turtle. So semi-aquatic turtles, they're gonna want to come up onto land to dry up, and also they'll dig around in land. So we've got Miss Taco here, mother of 18 babies. She's gotten very big. I used to be able to hold her in my hand, just in one hand, but now I got to use two hands because she's getting pretty heavy. But we'll go ahead, and she also has a split scoot or an extra scoot right here. So she has, instead of 4, she has a little extra 5. So we'll go ahead. Lucky went off on his way. He'll come back later on. I let these guys come back to eat their food. So we'll leave that there for them. They'll devour that in a matter of minutes. So, when it comes to tortoises, I just give them a little bit of extra food because, like I said, they are getting fed 4 times a week and sometimes 3 times a week, depending how big of a feeding I'm doing. So this is a pretty big feeding, so that's why they're not getting fed tomorrow. Tortoises don't need to be fed every day when they're adults. Babies, I definitely do feed every day. But as adults, these big of tortoises, I would only feed them 4 times a week, or if not 3 times a week, depending the proportions you're giving them. And of course, you always want to watch how much your tortoise eats. You don't want them to get overweight, and definitely what you feed them. So this is a rounded diet. It's a varied diet. They're getting berries, they're getting bananas, they're getting this is a weed called ripwort. Some of the tortoises get this. They'll eat this on occasion. It grows around here. And of course, they get lettuce at least 2 times a week. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna feed the cherry heads, which are redfoot tortoises. So they're gonna get the same thing that these guys got. I'll probably give them some banana. They didn't have banana recently, so actually take a look right there. Abe's eating. So see, I told you it takes him just a little bit of time and he'll start to eat. He's eating a very wide variety and he's hogging up a bit of the food right at the moment. But yeah, these tortoises, I definitely do spoil them, but I also keep their diet very strict. I make sure they're getting the right food they should be eating, as they do live an outdoor life here. And usually in winter, they're not going to be eating as much since tortoises' metabolism definitely goes slower in the winter. So let's check out here. See, there are Sacrambo, the male, already knows it's time for feeding. See, let's look at these two. She's definitely a little bit dusty. She's been in the dirt. And good old Sacrambo coming up to meet us. So you can see the size differences between cherry heads and redfoots. So Sarasa here, she came from the mainland as well. I'm not sure which breeder we got her from. And Sacrambo, if you haven't checked out a cherry head video, he is from Chris Leone from Garden State Tortoise. We bought him from him. And he's absolutely in great shape. Absolutely amazing. He's around 20 years old. And in Hawaii, they get a good life here. They can stay 365 days outdoors. So this pen's fine. I'm gonna upgrade them to a bigger pen once she gets bigger because she's only She hasn't bred yet. She's not a breeding female. She's still young. He's a breeding male, but she still needs a while. So this is fine. Then I'm hoping to get some more cherry heads in the future, but these two will do fine for now. I want to build a nice little colony I have, just like the Redfoots. So these guys absolutely love their lettuce. Again, these guys don't just get lettuce; they get a varied diet. Like I said, and see, they're already coming. They're following me around. See, he just turned back because they know to follow me around if they want food. So we'll get some strawberries. And these guys are omnivorous, just like the Redfoots, as they are Redfoot tortoises. They're just a geographical morph, not a different species. So we'll get these two, and they can go ahead and start eating. Very nice. They have a hibiscus bush here. Oh, I just found something. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. This ladybug's been helping out, killing the aphids. Look right there. Little ladybug. Absolutely beautiful. Hopefully she doesn't fly away. See? Really amazing. Little ladybug. So go ahead, put her back on the hibiscus. Ladybugs eat aphids, so that's why they're great here. So going back, we got the cherry heads getting very comfortable. And also Hawaii, go check out Hawaii Herpetological on YouTube. They helped us bring these guys in to the island. They're really great. They've got some really great videos on some different species of turtle, including spotted turtles. So I recommend you do check those out. So now we're gonna go ahead and feed our Russian tortoises. So let's go ahead, and then right after the Russian tortoises, we'll be feeding our box turtles. So the Russian tortoises, they are a herbivorous species. Redfoots, they're omnivorous, which means they accept a wide variety of food, including fruits, greens, and animal protein on occasion. So this, we have some ripwort. These guys definitely like it. They get lettuce more often due to the fact that they are more herbivorous, so it's important to give them weeds as well. So they get cactus too. So we're gonna go ahead, and I feed these guys on their grass. So we'll get some of this right here. They like to eat a lot. And Miss Meow Mix, oh, she's big. I gotta find her. Where you are. Take a look at her. Absolutely amazing. She only has one kid so far, hopefully soon. She'll be laying eggs soon, hopefully. So stay tuned for that if she does lay eggs. So we're gonna give her some time. She's a bit more skittish, so just gotta give her some time. And then we gotta find Boris. Boris is my male Russian tortoise. We did a video about Russian tortoises, I believe, so you can check that out if you want to know more. So these Russian tortoises, they get a whole bunch of spots to stay in. And right here, here's Boris. They dig their own burrows. I have to make sure they can't get out, but here's good old Boris, grumpy Boris. He doesn't like people. So we're gonna get him over here, and we'll get him some of that ripwort if he wants. So it's gonna take a little bit, but they'll go eating that. Let's see if Meow Mix eats it. They haven't had ripwort in a while, so I just want to make sure they eat. So Boris is running all over his food. He doesn't know what to do. So gotta give him a little bit. Your food's right here. You don't want to run over your food. There's Meow Mix. So give her. You got some carrots, girl? So we'll put some carrots here for her. It is colder, so we'll see. You know, sometimes these guys eat, sometimes they don't, but I don't really worry about them because they have all this grass that they graze on every single day. And if they forget about it, they'll go ahead and find it later on. So if they're not in the mood, it's okay. That's one thing about tortoises you have to understand. They're always not going to eat on camera, too, so they're never going to do what you want them to do. So some tortoises will eat, some tortoises won't. Here, Boris is being a little bit destructive. So here, she's eating some carrots. Carrots is a good variety. I don't feed it too often, but carrots is okay. So this is just some carrot peel. It's good. in little amounts, so she can have that. I really don't worry. It's fruits you want to worry about. In summer they'll get watermelon more often than they do get strawberries because watermelon is made up mostly of water. Melons are really great. If I do feed them fruit, it will be melon, and every so often they can have a strawberry because it's a good treat for your tortoises. Herbivorous tortoises do come across fruit in the wild, but always play on the safe side. So the tortoises have started to spread around, so now we're going to go ahead and feed our two species of box turtle, which is three-toed box turtle and eastern box turtle. So we're going to go ahead get some of this bananas, I guess some strawberries, and some lettuce. Surprisingly, box turtles, like redfoot tortoises, are omnivorous, which means they will accept a variety of food. And my baby box turtles, the reason I'm not giving them this is because they did get banana yesterday, and they also had some commercial pellets. The box turtles aren't going to eat as often due to the fact that we are getting colder here. So, like I said, the metabolism is slower. So we have Ren here, little male eastern box turtle. He does have pyramiding, which means when he was young, he wasn't being either fed the right diet, and he also didn't have good humidity. So you want to have good humidity when they're young because you don't want too much pyramiding in a box turtle because they shouldn't be pyramided. I'm going to show you a good example of what a normal box turtle should look like. It's one of our three toads right there. The strawberries. Sorry, raspberries. So fruits are a great little source. They do eat fruits in the wild. We'll give him some bananas. And this is just a meal that they can have, some lettuce. And of course, they do get their protein more often. And like the redfoots, these guys don't get fed as often because they find most of their food inside this enclosure. When it rains, slugs, worms come out. So you really don't have to worry too much. So if you come over here, right here, this is a hole. And this hole is a burrow. And this burrow has a box turtle, so you will see how deep they can dig. So that's why you always want to be careful where you put your enclosures. So see how deep my arm goes inside. See, it goes pretty much all the way down there. There's the burrow. Now I gotta find the turtle. She isn't in this side of the burrow. She's not there. So we now look inside here. No turtle. Box turtles hide really well. Then we look right where Ren was staying, and here she is. So we have Stimpy here, little female Eastern. So she will get some of this food as well. She likes to eat on her own, and of course, some lettuce. Now let's move on to our three toads, and here we have Vinny. Vinny is one of my male three-toed box turtles. So he likes to eat his lettuce more. So that's why I'm giving him more lettuce. And here he is, three-toed box turtle. This is what their shell should look like, and not pyramided like the others. So we'll give him more of that. And then Delilah, female three-toed box turtle. I think this is her. Yep, this is her. Here she is. She was mauled by a dog. So always train your dogs when you own a turtle, because you don't want that to happen. She has puncture holes here, but they're already healed off. So she can have some of this banana too, and some lettuce. And then last but not least, we need to find Samson. Here he is. He is our other male. He'll get some of this banana as well. Some strawberries. And he doesn't eat his lettuce. I've tried before. So he only gets his lettuce and his mashes. So this will end us off today. Our feeding video. So today I just wanted to show you guys some tortoises and what we do when we feed them. So thank you guys for joining us on today's video, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one.